to another episode of Tales from the Tidewater, a actual play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Alan, and with me are the rest of Marv's Monster Maintenance, who are currently being held under tight contract by the Fae. Introduce yourselves here.
Hello, I am Fuzz, and I will be playing the role of Timothy tonight.
I'm Josh. I'm a cozy cat man.
Oh, and Les, you're next. Introduce.
I am Liz. I play Athena.
I'm Rachel, and I play Hope.
I'm Astro, and I play Sam.
And welcome, hello, Twitch chat. I just want to note that Anthony is screaming in all caps why that podcast we were talking about, why it didn't happen beforehand, about RPGs and cheese. So yeah, why don't we get everybody to roll a 20-sided polyhedral die, and let's see who can do the recap. We actually have everybody here for the start of the episode this time around, so it won't just be a three-way. Nat 1.
10.
Okay.
8.
Les?
I got a 12.
12. Okay, it just really does depend on Fuzz, and he stepped away from his computer.
He got a natural 20. It's okay.
Hey, Dagny, why don't you roll a die for your dad? Roll one of the 20-sided die for your dad.
Oh, yes. Child luck.
The one with the most numbers on it.
Yeah, the one with the most numbers. It looks like a big jawbreaker.
Oh, there she goes.
Big jewel.
Unless he has a D100.
Oh, but I
Oh.
don't think she knows the push to talk button.
Oh, no!
Use your fingers, kid.
Yeah, it's this many.
Yep. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Surprise!
What did Dagny roll, Fuzz?
Buzz, we conscripted your
Oh,
child
you
to
can
roll
hear.
your
What did-
recap. What did she roll for you?
She told me.
What did
So she rolled a 4, but she rolled it on a D6.
That's a nat 20. Go.
Yeah, roll your d20 real quick,
Or
Buzz.
yeah,
Beautiful.
I do math good.
Got a 9.
A 9, okay. So, 12, that is Les, I believe. I do want you to tell, Fuzz, I want you to tell Dagny that she did an awesome job helping out with rolling dice. She was a very good helper. Alright, Les, what happened last week? For those who are listening to this, not the 20 minutes ago when we recorded the last episode.
Oh, yeah. I'm the worst person to do this because I missed the first half. So,
Well, the rest of the cast can help you out a little bit if you get stuck.
we fought some pixies that had little tiny guns. And we beat, I think we killed most of them. And then some other fairy pixie things came at us. And then eventually we ended up at a military camp. We got taken there. We had to stay overnight. We sent a message to Marv and Timothy's wife so they wouldn't worry. We were taken to the war room and we met Maple Court.
Yes.
And they said
General
that
Maple Court.
they basically said that both the Winter Queen and the Summer Queen were missing, and our new quest is to find them, and we have 1 year to do so. And if we do, we get a special something from their armory. That's all I know. That's it.
That's pretty much it. You pretty much hit most of the big parts. I think the main thing is that the headcanon that Rachel I think it was Rachel that brought in that the queens were off dating each other away on a vacation while their armies were warring.
100% that's me. That's not Hope, that's me.
Like, oh yeah, they're just on their honeymoon. It's fine.
Hob in the chat asks, does no one else in Marv's Monster Maintenance have significant others that would worry about them? To my knowledge, no. I do not believe so.
I have a phone call that I make every week, but that is not to stay.
Yeah.
I have a wife back at the apartment.
Oh, Cut's married? Oh,
Yeah.
see, the plot thickens. I had no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like
Thickens like a UPS mailman.
I just gotta call my mom every week. I'm gonna hear about it.
Not to razz the absolute shit out of you, Josh, but Cut has a backstory. I'm intrigued.
it just hasn't
Well, remember,
come
I
to.
didn't show up to the little 30-minute initiation. I just showed up to the actual meetup for the first day.
Yeah, fair. Cool. Okay. Well, yeah. Then, did you want to include that on the sending message that went out, or like, nah?
Nah, she'll
Okay.
just think that I'm like out in the ditch somewhere, covered in milk.
The plot curdles.
I like to think that Cut and his girlfriend's relationship are kind of like he goes. Did you say girlfriend or wife?
I said wife.
Wife, sorry.
Better
Cut,
recognize.
yeah, Cut's wife probably have the working relationship that like he kind of goes out and does like Indiana Jones type shit all the time, and just like he might be back, he might also be in like Paraguay for like a month, like hunting down like some like random like artifact or something.
Oh yeah, but typically I'm back within a week schedule.
Within a week, yeah. So that just being overnight is not a big deal.
Question is still no. Not worried.
Yeah. And,
Oh no, she'll play cribbage while I'm gone. Whatever.
We can't spend all of the episode just like grilling Josh about
Yeah.
Cut's wife.
I'll make some art for her on the next stream.
Yes. We need more art for
We can get
for
all
the
of our
show.
significant others.
I'm actually going to put a call out for anybody that's in the chat that may or might not do art. If you do art, we would love to see art of the show. We've been going for a little bit now. We've had some fun moments, and if you send it to us, we will absolutely share it on all of our platforms and tag you appropriately with the credits that you use for your art. So because we love supporting our artists. Anyway, and if you just send that to our email, which Hob will put in the chat if that is the case. I realize I should probably provide a way for people to send art to us if they do so. But yeah, anyway, so the deal was, I think where we left off, like he had left his hand out. The deal was you have a year to find the queen. If you are successful, you are able to take an item from their vault. And if you are not successful, I think that's the one part that we did not actually get to. If you are not successful, they are going to basically kind of commission you for their war effort. I think is what we're gonna go with here.
We're going to be press ganged into the war effort.
But you do have a year, and that is a pretty long amount of time. And also they are actually going to be sending somebody with you to kind of ensure that you all are kind of staying mostly on task. And from the side room, you see a non-militarily dressed communication officer, Nuna. He is shoved forward and he's like, and you'll be taking this miscreant with you as both his punishment and assurance on our end that you all are gonna hold up your end of the bargain.
making us take Nuna.
Is that Rachel or Hope saying it like that?
You know the answer.
Both.
So somebody's gonna have a pixie roommate. Oof,
We'll
for the
talk
next
about that.
carousel.
We'll
We'll,
talk about that. I have some fun ideas for what we can do
I
with Nuna.
volunteer.
He's just gonna be batting around Nuna like a little like how cats bat around like toy mice.
Yeah.
You-
Oh man.
No, I was thinking y'all
Pretty
could
much.
like put him up in a cactus plant or something inside of like Marv's office or something and let him stay there. But we can
Sure.
figure that out. And
You
it kind of
suggesting that we? You suggesting that we pierce a pixie man onto a cactus and just leave him there?
We're not piercing the pixie. So he does give you that piece of information before you guys actually do like agree to the deal. So you all can like negotiate that a little bit. But again, like there does have to be a little bit of give and take here. And from what you've gathered, Nuna is probably the least threatening member of this armed forces that you've come across.
And yet somehow the most annoying.
I've come up with a new voice for him because I didn't really get that much chance to come for him, and I'm going to have a voice for comm officer Nuna. It's not going to be an annoying one, I don't think.
Okay.
So that's the deal. I think that was where we left off. So the hand is outstretched.
Yeah, we'll take it. I'll as the senior member of the MMM team, I'll go ahead and shake hands and seal the deal.
And everybody lets that happen. Like there's no objections from any of Team
No.
No, I'm good.
Yes.
Okay. So you step forward and you grasp his hand and you do feel a very brief like surge of like power that surges through it. And there's no mark left on your hand, but you can tell that there is some sort of binding. What?
Now that it's bound in blood or magic or whatever, I forgot to ask, what happens if we fail?
You fool!
I said that basically you will be required to like serve in the war effort when you come back for a brief amount of time.
Okay, cool.
It's
Gotcha,
gotcha. It is fairly low on the but he does say
low stakes.
But he does say should you fail, you serving in our war effort is probably the least of your concerns.
Oh, okay. Yay.
So I think
Got
the not the threat from them, but the threat from what the consequences could be as far as the natural order of things.
Fair. Got it. Okay, cool.
Because the Fae, I will tell you all this. This is something that I will tell you out of character. I just looked at the chat and all I saw was David pinups.
Give us the Batman.
Give us the Batman.
Exactly.
What?
But the Fae, at least like the lower level ones, lose a lot of what makes them Fae and magical when they are outside of their territory. So like they won't be physically hurt, but they are much less capable of like taking care of themselves, if that makes sense. Like they can't use a lot of their natural magical abilities. So hence why they don't just go out and look for their queens themselves is kind of where I was looping back around to.
That makes sense.
They have to use outside forces, so you kind of stumbling across them kind of ended up being a blessing in disguise for them. Hence why the negatives are not as in your favor. You know what? I'm actually gonna scratch the conscriptment thing. I think the
Okay.
overarching threat of like possible magical imbalance is a incentive enough, especially for those of you who do use magic.
One other thing too about the deal with the new Manuel and the issue with the Eulenberger clan, you know, not being able to do their normal hunting and stuff like that.
Yes.
How are we gonna go about resolving that?
Are you saying that out loud in character?
I don't know. Well, I guess I'm kind of positing the question to our team, because we've come this far, and I realize that we're still kind of on a job with somebody else.
Yeah.
And I feel like reporting back and saying like, oh yeah, so the Fae have armies, and they're currently at war with one another, and you just happen to be caught in the middle of that. You know, just coming back with the news that the Eulenbergers are in a sense collateral
So-
in this war is I don't know if that's a satisfying answer or the final answer to that.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I
Buzz.
have an idea of something to ask.
Yeah. Are you asking Maple Court this?
Yes.
Okay.
Rags is fine. Sorry. So I will ask, when Hope brings this up, I will ask Maple Court if they're, because, that this is the reason we were sent here was because of this job for, for these people are there any kind of, like wards or anything that they could do to keep the armies out of their land to prevent them from becoming collateral damage?
I will concede you this, human. While we cannot ensure that the winter will stay out of this quadrant due to the possible Manuel being located somewhere within, what we can do is we can concede a different stretch of land in summer territory to use in the interim while we focus on our efforts of keeping winter at bay. Is that satisfactory?
I think that should be very reasonable.
All right, and our business is finished then. And he turns to the rest of his council, and they all turn pretty much like that you are dismissed in no uncertain terms. And Captain Meridian kind of nods and then ushers you back out and steps out into the clearing. And she kind of the curtains to the tent kind of close behind her, and she visibly kind of like relaxes a little bit, like. And just like that could have gone a lot worse. I'm not going to lie. You would be doing a great favor. I'm not quite so. I don't say everything so squeaky clean and eloquent like the general does, but this'll really save our asses if you can manage to work this out. She actually like right then and there motions to one of the mages nearby, and actually not the mages, the guards that were nearby, and return your equipment to you. He's like, you're essentially bound to summer at this point in time, so I feel confident. I want you to be able to find this place when you return with our queen, hopefully. Whatever what that means, because it's been a long time since our queen has graced the Greenwood.
I get the sense that whatever Maple Court imbued me with is probably an internal compass back to their forward camp, whatever this is, as well.
Yeah, I'll also say that while the handshake was with you, I think because of like you all's connection to the company as like a group, that magic, that contract kind of like spread through your connections to Hope, as like as a group, if that makes sense.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm down with that. I don't want it to be solely on me, anyways.
I imagine the Fays and their contract magic are very good.
Yeah, they're pretty good at it. And so she's like, hopefully we see you soon. We will work on securing that new territory for the Eulenbergers post haste. Would you require an escort back to where we found you?
Psalm and Timothy for the answer on that.
Well, I mean, they did kind of blind us, so yeah, probably. I didn't have a chance to see where we were
true.
going.
Yeah. Like,
Yes, please.
It's like she nods and she's like, very few that aren't our kind can navigate these woods without a guide. So I understand that if your skills were not up to snuff. She kind of says with a little bit of smugness. Buzz your face. Though that might also be exasperated parent face.
Yeah, reaction to something else.
Yeah. And so you do have a guide. You do have a guide back to the clearing. It's pretty uneventful. You know, you make your way back to the clearing. They put you right back at the trailhead that led you there, and yeah, you're back. So that's what do you guys do?
Go ahead and talk to the Eulenberger.
Okay, so you all make your
Barner
Eulenberger. Yes.
Yep.
So you all are deposited right back at the trailhead that you initially encountered the Fae at, and you make your way through the little off trail, past the hunting stand, back out onto the game trail, and then as you're coming out into the game trail, you all see in the distance. Everybody roll perception, I guess. Because Josh reaches out from under his blanket cocoon to find his dice.
Shut the hell up.
26.
Roll perception, Fuzz.
15.
Oh, we lost Astro.
15.
He's
6.
back. 19.
Okay, everybody got over a 5, yes?
26 from me.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured.
Josh, you made it. Cut did it.
Yeah.
If you got it over 5, you saw, because it is again, kind of in the early morning. I'd say it's probably about, I don't know, you were woken pretty early by Meridian, and so I'd probably say it's about getting to be about 7-8 o'clock. So at this time of year, the sun is still kind of coming up a little bit. You know, it's a little frosty, and
Is it
Well,
this-
we're still
is it the
technically
same-
in the green. You go.
Oh, sorry. Are we still in the Greenwood, or are we out into the normal forest yet?
Same question.
yeah, you're basically they deposited you back at the clearing where you first encountered the Winter Fae. And so they
Got it.
So you made your way back onto that trailhead, past the hunting stand, and back out onto the game trail, which is where we're at now. You are still in the Greenwood, technically.
Okay.
Just the quadrant you were originally in, to clarify.
Okay.
And
So probably use the game trail to be able to easily navigate back out.
yeah,
So we're out of the Greenwood.
yeah. But with the reception, you see basically almost standing like a beacon, almost directly out in front of you, maybe 20-30 feet out. You see the stag again, and is looking straight at you all. And I would like everybody to roll. Let's see what this one. I'm trying to figure out which one this would be. I would try to say a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, as long as it's not initiative, that's okay.
No.
Oh no. It's a deer of madness.
Deer of madness.
18 for some.
12 for Hope.
What are we rolling?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
15.
$20.
Yeah.
Unnatural.
16.
So, okay. Let me go through that again because I just want to make sure I know what's what. Fuzz, what was yours?
16.
16, and then from Cut,
15.
15. I picked a pen that worked. Les was unnatural 20. Rachel,
12.
and then Sam,
18.
18. Okay.
Hot crowd, hot crowd.
All right. So, yeah. So, say, yeah. So, Cut and Rachel, I think, right? Yeah. Cut and Rachel. What's that? Rachel, yours was a 12, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut and Rachel, you two both start, like, running towards the stag. You are compelled.
That's not good.
Venison, yay! Forbidden venison.
And, like, instead of, like, vanishing from thin air, the stag starts running as it sees you running towards it. Running away from them. Not towards.
Oh, okay. So we're, like, chasing it.
Yeah.
I will try and grab whoever's closest to me. When it'll take me a second, so I'll have to chase after them for a little bit, but I will try and chase after and grab whichever one is closer to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your base speed?
Same. I'll try to grab Hope.
You're going to try to grab Hope? Okay.
Sure.
Base
Because I,
speed is
I feel like this isn't out of character to me for Cut. Or like he saw something, he's gonna go chase it. But for Hope to do it, this is kind of weird.
So, okay, why don't you give me just a straight up dexterity roll just to see if you're quick enough to grab her before she starts running?
Okay.
And I don't if anybody else is trying to do something.
I can roll a dex roll to see if I can grab whoever I'm trying to get.
Yeah, which I guess would be cut by process of elimination.
14.
Okay, you say dexterity roll, like straight dexterity roll or dexterity save to catch them?
Just a straight dexterity roll. I think we're gonna keep this nice and easy because it's not really a saving. You're doing something to somebody else, you know.
14.
Yeah. Why don't we actually? We'll do this.
22.
We'll do this as opposed rolls for each person. I think that makes a lot of more sense. You're trying to be faster than the person that you're trying to grab. I don't feel like fucking with grappling rules because it isn't really. You know what I mean?
For fuck's sake, I had to roll well on this one.
No.
So, what am I doing here?
Just a straight dexterity roll. So your D20 roll plus your dexterity modifier.
11.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Oh, really?
Oh man.
Yeah, I
Well-
know, right? No modifier, too.
You just dive bombed this
Plus
cat,
4.
man.
Yeah.
No sense. What do you
Ouch.
want?
And what was yours, Fuzz?
22.
22. All right. So yeah, you managed to. You were going for cut.
Yeah.
So you managed to grab cut and like grab him and like I don't know. Describe to me how you subdue cut.
Honestly, you probably take off a second before I notice, so I'd probably grab him by the closest thing, which would be his tail.
Oh,
Oh no, that's good. What is that? What is Cut's reaction to that?
What did he grab?
Your
Probably
tail.
your tail.
My
Tail.
tail.
Yeah.
My tail. That would involve flailing limbs and drawn claws. So should there be like a saving throw or something here?
I'm gonna
Well, does it break him out of the compulsion?
I'm gonna say that like you might get like a couple of scratches and stuff like that, like on your armor and stuff like that, but because like he's so distracted by being compelled to chase that he doesn't really do any damage, but you definitely do like have a couple of like claw marks on your jumpsuit and stuff like that.
That's fine. I would quickly try to move it and grab him by the waist and use like center of gravity to wrestle him to the ground.
Try to subdue him in a less embarrassing way.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I feel like even Athena gets kind of drawn in by the scuffle and everything that happens. So even though she saw Hope like start to like kick her heel up and go, that whole scuffle totally, takes over, and Hope has got a running start towards the stag.
Yeah. Okay, so Hope is running towards the stag. Athena missed, and Fuzz is kind of tied up with Cut, who is still actively like kind of squirming, trying to move towards the stag.
Of course, I'm the one with hold person prepared. Great.
It's okay. I have a plan for you just in case.
Don't shoot me.
I might have to do
That's
something.
plan like D.
It's like,
Can I chase after her?
Peace was never an option.
I mean, I think that was kind of, yeah, you can.
Okay,
I'm
'cause
guessing
now
that-
I'm going for an attack.
Well, I mean, you kind of like reached for her and missed, so she got a little bit of a lead on you, So I know you can move faster, but I think it was kind of like such a rush of thing that you all are basically like running through the woods, like not through the trail, so it's not like really easy terrain. So I'm gonna like Fuzz is kind of like held up, like dealing with Cut. What is Sam doing anything, or is he there trying? Is he helping Fuzz, or is he helping Tim? What is he doing?
He's gonna watch this for a minute. Just be a little entertained.
Yes, the neutral druid. Okay.
How dare.
So Hope and Athena go rushing down into the woods, out of view a little bit from everybody else, because you were like absolutely fixated on this pulsing white beautiful stag.
Yeah, you said he was only 20 or 30 feet away?
Yeah, but as soon as you basically started moving toward him, he started moving.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
he
right.
is, and he is. It's amazing. Like, no matter how fast the two of you are moving, it seems like he manages to stay just a little bit ahead of you. Why don't you? And I'm trying to figure out the best way to like, because I know what I want to happen, but I want to make sure that I give the proper opportunities for rolls and things to be made, so I can't like steer the bus too hard. Why don't we do, since you build up, you catch up a little bit, Les? Why don't you go ahead and why don't we do another opposed dexterity roll between the two of you?
Okay.
You guys have moved. We're gonna say that's like another 6 seconds. So you guys have moved your speed, which is I believe is 25.
30,
20,
yeah.
30, and she's
40.
kind of like, again, because she moves faster, that kind of like makes sense that she would catch up to you. So
Yeah,
so
totally.
What was your
So
roll?
another
Opposed
dex.
Another straight up dex. Yeah.
Ooh,
You got me.
22.
you outpace.
Now.
Your modifier's double what I rolled. Period. So.
Okay. So you managed to like grab onto her. What are you doing to like? Are you just like trying to like tackle her, or are you trying to just like what are you trying to do?
I mean, I just picture you tackle me to the ground.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
straight up just completely bowls me over. And we hit the ground.
Okay, you hit the ground, you roll like a little bit.
Yeah.
And you kind of like Rachel, you as soon as she tackles you to the ground, you look around for the stag and you don't see it.
Okay. And
Your compulsion is gone,
Okay.
Why don't you all, the two of you specifically, why don't you two give me a perception roll?
Okay. $13.
13?
15.
15. All right. You've noticed that the as you rolled, like it almost like seems as if you've like come across a patch of the forest that is like a little bit more. Even though it's like beginning to be the beginning at like the early morning, it seems like it's just a little bit more like shady, and it's noticeably cooler in the area that you're in. The trees seem to be a little bit less, have less leaves. The bark seems a little bit to have almost like a grayish kind of a tinge to it, and you all, and then you, Athena, you hear a twig snap, and you hear something from above. So why don't you both give me a, I guess, like, well, actually, Athena, you look up, and you see, what looks like, there's a humanoid, standing on a branch above you, and kind of, like, arms crossed in front of his chest, and kind of sitting on a branch, kind of kicking their feet back and forth. Like, and I don't want to color the scene with my own visions of it, because I think it kind of spoils it. So I'll inform that later.
Well, this is already a bad time.
He's like, you hear, and they call down to you. It's like, well. If the fly hasn't fallen into the spider's web. And they're it's a pale skinned, what looks like a kind of elf. Hair pulled back, black hair pulled back into a ponytail. Kind of seems to be wearing just some gray and purple like outfit, like clothing. And it's like, and what brings you to my humble abode? And he smiles.
What? How big is it? Is it like another pixie?
It's a humanoid.
It's a humanoid, so like okay.
Like an elf sized creature.
Hope,
Okay.
without missing a beat, goes the stag. Because I feel like she's still breaking out of that business.
The stag, and he kind of looks around, and he puts his hands on his chin.
I get off of Hope at this point.
A stag.
What'd you say?
I said I get off of you.
Oh, okay.
They're still like limbs all tied up with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, a stag. You know, I think you just missed it. There was a stag that does wander around these parts, but I don't think it stays very long around here. The climate doesn't agree with it, I would say. It's like, and he staples his fingers together, and he like kind of peers down at you, and he hops down another branch, so he's a little bit closer, but he's still not on the ground. and he lands in such a way that he like kind of like lifts his body up, and then he lands, but he lands like with his leg with his leg propped up on his knee, and he doesn't even like seem to shake him too much. The chat, Vesper in the chat says, "Wow, whoever this has only said one line. I already hate them."
Same.
And he looks down to you, and he's like, "Now, I smell the stink of summer on you. So why? How would you like to get out of this predicament?"
And what predicament is that, pray tell?
That really depends on your answer. I assume that my friends across the veil, so to speak, have told you of their missing queen, and I think that they misrepresent the whole and entirety of the truth. We can work a mutual agreement, can't we? And he smiles real big and toothy.
Or we could just leave.
I mean, you could, if I let
Okay.
you.
Look, we got
Walk away.
shit to do
What's
today.
that?
Wait, Athena, what'd you say? Or Les, what'd you say about?
I'm like, we could just leave. We don't have to. Too many deals in one day. I don't like it.
Hey, Alan, how dead set are you on us sticking around for this conversation? Just taking the temperature here.
I mean, there could be consequences.
That makes sense.
You definitely get a. I'm not even gonna make you guys roll an insight for this.
Okay.
I definitely think.
I've got a bad feeling.
I've not been I've been like twirling my mustache over here like a vaudeville villain.
Yeah, really. Like, I'm about to ask, can I roll so that Cut can visibly show disgust right now?
I mean, you all aren't there.
No, that's a free action.
It's literally just Athena and Hope here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hope
it's
is gonna cast Hold Person, and we're gonna run. So
Okay. You two.
he has to make a Wisdom saving throw against it.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Too many deals in one day. You're being
Yeah,
creepy.
Hope's got a bad feeling, and she's gonna listen to that bad feeling, and she is like 16 kinds of discombobulated from chasing the stag, not having control over her own mind, like all kinds of stuff. Like, she is not having it today.
Hold Person
this
is a
dude's
second level
super
spell,
creep.
correct?
That's correct.
Right.
But I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
He waves his hand and he jumps down.
wait, I'm casting it at the 3rd level, technically.
I mean, okay, he still waves his hand.
Fuck.
It's 3 and under.
Huh?
It's 3 and under for counter spell.
Damn you. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So
Run.
And
Damn.
give me, and he's like, so you do that, and I guess at the same time Athena goes to run. Is that like, explain to me what is happening when you cast that spell so I can react appropriately?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Athena and say run, and I'm gonna stand back and cast it probably. Is how that's gonna play out action wise.
okay. So I would start to move, but once I see that he just waves it away, I'm like, dang, no, you're kind of strong.
I'm like, no, let's keep moving. Like, no, let's go.
All right, I'll take off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw, Les.
Ow.
I mean, Hope is probably gonna turn and run as soon as she can too. Especially as soon as she sees that counter spell, she's like, oh crap.
A saving throw?
Well, actually, no.
Or check?
But actually, let's make this. This would probably be an attack roll from me. That would probably be what
no.
it is an actual attack. So let me go ahead and.
Is it a spell? Because some spells are attacks that are dex saving throws, and I rolled really well.
No, I was thinking. The more I was saying, I wasn't trying to like cheat you. I was just thinking about it. It is a thrown weapon that is being thrown at you, so that wouldn't be a dex saving throw. It would be a AC. So I brain farted. That is going to be. Where's my character sheet? Well, I rolled. So how does a unnatural 20 feel?
Feels painful.
Yeah.
Pretty tasty.
You only take 2 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
But so you're just like, that's nothing. And and you hear a laugh, and the one who counterspelled actually, yeah, that would be actually 2 things. Go ahead. So you got hit, and then give me a Give me a Constitution saving throw on top of that.
I know it's poison. Okay.
You can use your high
12.
roll from before if you would like.
Okay, so 14.
Is
That's
that
all.
is that your con?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 14. Yeah. So he smiles and he's just like, I wouldn't be going anywhere real soon unless you want to just let that get into your system without knowing what it does.
Oh God.
And I think at this point, all the compulsion effects have come through, and I think that's probably enough time for the rest of your group to kind of, because all that probably happened within just 10 seconds or so.
Mhm.
At least the combat bit of it.
We all basically took a turn there, more or less.
Yeah.
So.
So by that point, Cut, you've kind of gotten, but it kind of takes time for Cut to come to his senses, and him and Tim get unentangled from off the ground. Sam, you kind of just still kind of watching them kind of play a twister on the floor, basically. And you kind of come into the clearing and you see this man, and as you see him closely, he's got what looks like where's my I have notes somewhere first. Where's my I had a specific note somewhere. Damn it. I wrote it down somewhere. That's unfortunate, but I don't remember where it is. Oh, okay. I found it. So, on the center of his, he's wearing some leather armor. And on the chest piece of his armor, you see what looks like a straight horizontal line with a half circle on the bottom of it. Which anybody who would roll would be able to tell that is very much a symbol of winter.
Say, probably without even thinking about it, we'd seen those symbols around the inverse of those symbols around the summer camp.
The summer camp symbol is a horizontal line with a half circle on the top of it.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Now, are you more willing to listen, or shall I call reinforcements to deal with the rest of your group?
We'll listen.
Good. I mean, you all didn't have much of a choice anyway. But it's good to know that you're doing so willingly. I don't have to dirty my hands. So, you've been tasked by the summer to find their queen. Yes. And he doesn't even wait for you to answer, and he's like, you don't have to lie to me. I know.
Oh, I wasn't gonna fucking answer, Alan. Thanks, though. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And he goes, so that all I want you to do is while you're out, I want you to find the winter our dear Mab, for she is missing and she needs to come home. Because while we are winning, because why would we not? We are in the peak of our power. But things cannot be as they are now if they are to remain ongoing and eternal, as is the cycle between us. I can't tell if Buzz is done with my bullshit or done with the kids' bullshit.
Oh, 100% the kids.
Okay.
As he's abracadabring her wand.
Oh, there it is. I don't know. I deserve all of the eye rolls because I'm straight up just dastardly twirling my mustache this episode.
To quote Rachel,
As he's just the
the
cutest
answer
in the world.
Both.
He was like, I could.
Oh,
Go ahead.
chat's correcting you. It's Maeve, because
So I'm going off of the Dresden Files, which is the Winter Queen is Mab, and then the Winter Lady is Maeve, is what I'm going off of.
Oh.
I'm going off of
Fun.
specifically that mythology. The only reason I know that it's pronounced Mab, M-A-B, is because I listened to the audiobook narrated by James Marsters, and it is fantastic. So I'm assuming that that's the pronunciation that is. I don't know.
I'm being a smartass. No problem.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't know, because I really don't know, official mythology stuff, so I could have been, 100% in the wrong. Please feel free to call me out on my, my BS.
Bees are weird in, the
Is
Irish.
it legit, Maeve, though, or Maeve?
Maeve, bees get pronounced super weird, so.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, I think for my stupid American sensibilities and how I've listened to 15 audiobooks, listening to a name said a certain way, we're gonna stick with Mab for this universe.
Mab's fine.
That's kind of what Ow.
I'm just here to derail and listen to chat. Don't worry.
You gotta derail rail the railroad.
Nothing like a little shit post.
Yeah, stream posting. Yeah. So, and he's like, "You must find her and tell her to return. Otherwise, your friend is probably already starting to feel the chill." And
Who, me?
yeah.
I'm chill. I'm fine. I'm fine. She's sweating, but I'm fine.
I got words. Hope is basically gonna look up at this guy and be like, you know what? I'm a charitable fucking person, and I was gonna look for your queen anyways, because I'm generally interested in the balance of all magics. And now, if you weren't being such a jerk, I probably would still have done that. But now I'm really tempted to not do it in spite of you. And she's gonna yell at him, just straight up. I don't even care if it draws reinforcements. I don't even care about anything. Hope is big mad, and she's gonna show it.
Big mad.
Big Mab energy.
Big Mab energy.
Yeah.
Mad, or Mav, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mab is fine.
And he kind of starts a bit, and he looks like the least comfortable sitting on his perch.
Also, for Spice, her eyes are gonna glow at this point.
Oh, neat.
She big mad.
Give me anybody who wants to give me an insight check.
Oh yes.
Says Les.
Oh wait, and I get that's investigation. Okay.
Insight.
That part because I was child wrangling.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? I missed that.
I got
Are
a
the rest
12.
of us there?
12 from
I got
Cut.
Yeah, I think the rest of you have caught up to us. So.
Yeah, everybody's here. Sorry, yeah. I didn't clarify that, Fuzz. My bad.
It's all right. I was otherwise occupied. I got a 18 on my insight check.
Okay. What was
I got
Les's?
a 20.
20.
I want to
Rachel?
know all the things.
Huh? Do
Rachel?
I get one too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's not an insight on you.
Oh, okay. 8.
And what did Sam get?
12.
12. Okay. Tim and Athena, you all get the impression that he is noticeably shaken, and you think that he might not be as well backed up as you think he might be, because as he looks startled, he kind of stands up and actually looks like a little bit looks genuinely alarmed, genuinely even.
Bluff called.
Yes. And it's just like,
I'm so excited. Sorry.
he kind of snaps back. He's like, "Well, fine. I won't tell you what the poison that I inserted in your friend will do." And with that, you see that he is kind of slowly walking backwards more towards the tree a little bit, and he is. You would get the impression that he is might be making a run for it.
Okay. I'm about to. I think I'm about to do the thing, Ellen. I'm gonna do the thing.
Oh,
Are you ready?
Okay,
Yeah?
sure.
Are you ready for me to do the thing? Yeah. I mean, hold person didn't seem to work, but I'm gonna threaten him to stay, and in doing so, I am going to let's see, begin to radiate bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for a 20-foot radius. And let's see. Probably start combat. Should we do initiative?
We should probably hold that up till the next session.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
explain to me what that looks like, and then we will make a cool cutoff point for the episode.
Yeah, I mean, Hope's eyes were like shining before, and now they're like fucking just like blasting some light. And so again, that radiant light for a 10-foot radius, like it's bright.
Does your does your hair like float like when people go
right?
Super Saiyan?
Yeah, I'm basically going Super Saiyan.
A little more floaty and less spiky, though, I'm imagining.
Yeah, a little more floaty, a little more radiant. And I'm like, you better stay put and fix my friend, or you are never going to see your queen again, and you are never going to see the sky again, or whatever. Like, I'm going to say something like that. I don't know.
That's a big mad promise.
I'm going to put you in the freaking ground, dude. So.
And he promptly looks at you and he's like, "What are you?" And that's where we're gonna end our episode.
Pissed off is what she is.
I'm pissed.
We just have to remember to roll initiative at the very beginning of next episode.
Yeah.
Cool. So since I also missed it, what happened? I missed completely. Like, what happened to her friend?
He poisoned Les.
Wow.
Athena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! If he poisoned Athena, I'll shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Well, so far he's claiming the poison.
Yeah, I think the bond between Athena and Hope is also that like very close because they are like the only two like women in the group, and they're both live in the same apartment building, and like they kind of have like a bond that way, and they've kind of like we've talked off stream about some of that.
Yeah.
So
Really like
Hope is very big. Like, don't mess with my friends. Like, I actually like hanging out with this person outside of work. Don't mess with them.
Don't make them quit. I'm gonna have to find a new work friend.
I'm thinking of his that line from Steven Stronger Than You in Steven Universe, like I won't let you hurt my planet and I won't hurt my friends. That one.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's where we're gonna end our episode, y'all. Thank you everybody for hanging out for another episode of Tales from the Tidewater. Make sure you like and subscribe, and if you liked what we're doing here, make sure you share this to your friends, because the more people that hear our content, the more that they can hear awesome shit like that that's happened. So follow us on social media at TidewaterCast on Twitter, and we're also on Facebook at Tales from the Tidewater, and make sure that you please send us emails at the email that I'm going to find at bratcatmedia@gmail.com or leo@bratcat.media, and also there's a Tidewater one that I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's tidewatercast@gmail.com. I could be incorrect on that. I will eventually have all of this stuff written out in a proper format for those listening at home. But yeah, thank you everybody for staying with us, and until next week, keep going Super Saiyan.